Good evening again. I'm Jay Cleveland Payne. Today is the 29th of November, and today I'm going to present for you another batch of 8 things that I learned over the past week, officially called 8 life lessons that I personally learned over the past 7 days for the week ending 11/28/09, which is, of course, yesterday, ending the week on a Saturday. And, of course, you can find all this video and a full listing write-up of this 8 things at youalreadyhavetheanswers.com. Youalreadyhavetheanswers.com. It'll be in a blog post, essentially a blog right now. We're going to grow that out to be a much bigger, expanded website. Right now, here are the 8 life lessons that I've personally learned over the past 7 days for the week ending 11/28/09. Number 1, holding your feelings could be killing you, literally. This is from a new Swedish study that the link is found at their website and the blog post. It shows that men who bottle up their anger of being unfairly treated at work are up to 5 times more likely to suffer a heart attack and even die from one than those who let the frustration show. The study was done by the Stress Research Institute of Stockholm University, and it followed 2,755 employed men who had not suffered any heart attacks from 1992 to 2003. At the end of the study, 47 participants had either suffered a heart attack or died from heart disease. Many of those have been found to be what's called covertly coping with unfair treatment at work. Covert coping, listed in the study as letting things pass without saying anything and going away despite feelings of being done wrong by your colleagues or your bosses. Number 2, always try to learn new things. And without turning life lessons into a closing scene with Kyle and Stan from South Park, you should always try to learn new things. There should be plenty of things coming at you throughout the day to learn from, but if there isn't that, there is, or if what you're coming at you is not really a learning experience that's really up to a challenge, seek out something new to learn. You've probably been in the need of looking for a new hobby anyway, and this would be the perfect time to set that up. Number 3, along those lines, write down what you have learned new and what you have already learned. And because, simple, you don't always know what you know or don't know. That's why you file things away for later so that you have the information there. And if you don't believe me, do this for a second. Think for a moment and see if you can recite verbatim every skill you possess from every job you have ever had. And that is why you write a resume. And that's also why you revise it often to keep it relevant to what you need to know now and not what you need to know way back when. A lot of my stuff I learned as a gas station attendant back in college is not going to do me any good right now, or maybe it will the way the economy is going. But the simple fact is, keeping a log of what you are learning and what you have previously learned can probably save your sanity if you are a workaholic data freak like I happen to be and have trouble keeping in some of the details in and out as things go. Number 4, take stock in memories. Remember to cherish your memories, especially the ones that trigger out of the blue thoughts and things from the past. Be grateful for your memories in the making. And don't be afraid of cameras if people stick them in your face. Those cameras are capturing images that will help you reform those memories years down the road. This is for me this weekend. Helping my parents with a project of converting some old VHS home movies to DVD took me back 20 years in time, and it showed me as a teenager who of course wasn't all that fond of spending time with their parents and then a camera stuck in their face while they narrated our lives going on there. It also allowed me to see some footage of me and my younger sister in some happy situations from our childhood that I had long forgotten since they'd happened 20 years ago. And with my sister having passed almost 6 years ago, my parents now have a way to reintroduce my niece and nephew to their mother, who was, they were too young at the time of her passing to really remember very much about her. So as they are asking us questions about their mother, we can show them things, albeit from their age. It's stuff from childhood, but kind of show them some of the things that she learned, and kind of show them some new things on that end. Number 5, your supporters will turn on you. Give them the right incentive. This is from a news story that's coming to light over the weekend, and it's becoming weirder and weirder. The story of Tiger Woods crashing the SUV. It's growing by leaps and bounds. It's now being mixed in with stories of infidelity and spouses going ghetto and lashing out, and it's become a gossip column's dream, especially for a guy who was notorious not letting anyone in on what's going on in his life. And a small backlash is growing as Tiger refuses to talk about the incidents, and he's not even talking to police at the time I'm doing this. He hadn't talked to police who've come knock on his door a couple times over the weekend. A few weeks ago, he threw a club into a gallery and hit some guy, gave some pretty lame apology, and the press that had done its best to work around Tiger with his famous bad temper from up to that point was now starting to begin to question the price of giving him a pass for admission to his tent, where he gave as little information as he chose to. Those who gave him the most leeway are now looking at him with some of the most contempt in this matter. Number 6, along with that, your supporters don't have to turn on you if you can help it. Taking it from the televangelist or Kobe Bryant's workbook, you can regain your public support just as quickly as you ruined it if you play your cards right. Come out with the truth early. Play all the sympathy cards you have. Seriously, every single one you have. Just throw them out there as you get them, and let the people forgive you. Then you got to keep on winning, so they forget that you ever had your little discretion. Number 7 is save room for dessert. A few days ago here in the United States, we celebrated Thanksgiving, a holiday that is supposed to be a remembrance of the Pilgrims surviving their first year in the New World. But it's pretty much all about eating turkey for 2 weeks and getting ready for Christmas shopping now. But even with all the fixings in front of you, remember to leave room for dessert. You won't regret it. And number 8, take time to give thanks every day. We put a lot of emphasis into Thanksgiving at this time of year during Thanksgiving to the act of actually giving thanks to what we have. In the last year, we as a nation here in the United States and the people around the world, I'm sure, have seen a lot of losses. I've seen a lot of personal losses and had a pretty rough 12 months myself. But I always find time to give thanks for what I do have, the family, the friends, and the opportunities that have come my way, even as I face more troubling times on the way. The only way to get better is to give thanks for what you already have, period. You can't gain more until you learn to appreciate what you've already got. And I, J. Cleveland Payne, appreciate all of you watching this video, reading my blogs, and just doing what you can support me. Support me with this video and this blog at youalreadyhavetheanswers.com. That's the blog that's set up for personal development that we're working on. It was growing, will be growing by leaps and bounds. And check out next week as you find out 8 more things that I've learned for the week.